Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings II, the Horse Lord Mega Campaign. In the last episode, we continued our work on clearing things up after the last succession, absorbing some territory that we had lost. We also had to manage some things with our clans, which led us to grabbing a few more counties, so that's good. We just have one more piece left right here that we need to reabsorb. But before we get to that, because we're waiting for a truce to expire, I think that it is probably time that we go ahead and settle as a tribe. I want to get it done before we go through the next succession, because I don't want to have this whole thing where the realm breaks up again happen. So we're going to work on that. With some things we have to do to get ready to do that. And let's see, we are, what, 45 years old. He's had some health problems and everything. I'm a little bit concerned he might die sooner than I would like. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take care of that. So, first thing we're going to need to do before we go much further is revoke all of our tribal vassal titles. Because if we settle as tribe, every single one of those tribal vassals that are in all of our counties basically get those counties. And so the whole thing becomes just a giant fragmented mess internally. So I want to make sure we don't run into that problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to run down our vassals, sort by rank, and look for anybody with the little brown ribbons around there, because we had the yellow ribbons. These guys had the white ribbons. The brown ribbons are tribals, so we go ahead and revoke you, revoke you, revoke you, not you. And none of our nomadic vassals are going to care that we do any of this. Only our tribal vassals, and if we do this right, when we're done, we won't have any tribal vassals. So it won't matter. Revoke title. Revoke title. Revoke title. Oh, you actually have revoke title. Alright, and then there are our clan heads. Alright. So, if we unpause this, and is that everybody? I think that is everybody. All right. So, let's go ahead and settle as a tribe. And the whole reason we're doing that is because we're just too big. We can no longer effectively manage the realm as nomads. So, we have to begin progressing towards feudalism. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to settle as a tribe right here in Sizdal. Do it. And there we are. Greater Perm apparently has become our primary title. Actually, let's make Volga. Yeah, let's make that. Now we are going to want to create the Bulgar Empire here, but we're going to need some money to do it. A lot of money to do it. And what we're going to be doing before we do any of that is creating a bunch of duchies. Let's see, Duchy of Murom, Muria, Hilnov, we want that one. Not sure we're going to create that one just yet. Alright, so we are well over domain size. We're actually under vassal limit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand out some of these titles, like you. Yes, you just have 2 counties. Grant land a title of the High Chiefdom of Dyke. There we go. Hilnov was over here, right? Hilnov? Yes. So now you can be granted the landed title of that. Alright, we need to set a crown focus, which is going to be set there. Wrong type of holding. Yeah, yep, I know. Alright, let me just unpause it for just a second. Okay, we have a maximum of 6 holdings in our domain. Oh, speaking of... Identity comment, Nomad Succession. Nomad Succession. Alright, so we've retained Nomad Succession law. So succession is based on prestige. Well, we're going to need to move towards something else. Gavelkind, I'm not really interested in, but it's the only real other option as a tribal. We'll see if we can't get to feudal before we go that far. Alright. What are we going to do next? We need to hand out chunks of the territory. Duchy of Murom. Let's go ahead and create that, and let's hand that out to somebody. De jure duchies. I'm not even sure that's a real duchy. Oh well. Alright, we want men who are not in prison, who are not rulers, who are of my religion and my culture, who are adults, and are not a member of a great house, who have good stewardship, who are relatively young. Like you. Bulgar, Moskva, Vladimir. Chiefdom of Murom. I think I'm going to grant you the landed title of Ryazan as well. There we go, get rid of that. Tiramicia. And we also have the Duchy of Bulgar to deal with as well. We're going to be keeping this region. So I'm going to need to hand out Bulgar. I prefer that it stay in the family. I wonder if I have some family members that I could give that to. Not really any siblings. I could give it to one of my sons. That might muddle succession a little bit. We'll see how it goes. We'll grant you the landed title of the High Chieftain of Bulgar. Keep in the family. Alright. That brings us down to 15 holdings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want to keep this, so I'm going to need 7. If I switch to stewardship, will that affect anything? Doesn't look like it. I'll have to see if we can't get stewardship up. Alright, so I gotta get rid of this. It's part of the Duchy of Yaroslavl, which I think this guy actually has. Yeah, so that's kind of his title. I'm just going to make him fairly large, but it's alright. Alright, what about you? Tiramisu, okay. Let's just make sure we're not doubling up on titles, which we kind of are here. We can get rid of that one. What about you? What are you in? De jure. Mordvins. Alright, well. Let's see. This. Let's go with you. Under a perm. Everybody here doesn't like me. Except for you. Let's sort by opinion. What's the problems? Proud versus humble. Tyrant, which we'll get rid of that eventually. Vicious rumors. Occupied. Diplomats. Short reign. Alright, we'll grant you landed titles. This will make you really happy. I can't give him the duchy, but he can get the individual counties. I don't have enough money to create the duchy just yet. There we are. Volga, you're gonna go to this guy. Where is it? Oh wait, that's not the county title. County name. There we go. Bird, there it is. Alright, we still have 3 too many titles. Ah, down here. De jure duchies. I guess I can give this guy, Kuma, do I have enough vassal limit? Yes, I do. Grant landed title. Semender. There we are. Derbent. I'm going to hold on myself and see if I can't get my domain size up to 7. Alright. I also need to absorb this. My guidance, my young son, Krovat, is slain mastering art of swordsmanship. Good. Oh, we still have a few other issues to deal with here. Begin pillage. No, we're not pillaging. We have to deal with the council. You know, Marshal. You're fine for Marshal. Stewart. You're good for Stuart, and you're a loyalist. And Spy Master will take this guy, because he likes me already. There we go. As far as jobs... we're going to work on settling culture. Wait a minute, Rostov. I seem to remember that, yes. That's part of a different duchy as well. And I might need to try to figure if I can't break this guy up a little bit. But for the time being, I'm going to grant him Rostov. There we go. And then High Chief Cordell denounced me harshly at the faction meeting. Nogra, but only managed to make the faction even more loyal. Oh! We actually now have, from the CK2 Plus, the persistent factions. The Prosperity faction, the Court faction, the Glory faction, the Tradition faction. Looks like we have a few others. That it can actually be beneficial. Alright, loyal services I surely deserve some recognition and rewards from time to time. Is widely known you to hold many lands and titles. As your generous are wise, perhaps you consider granting his humble servant Moskva, the High Chieftain of no. I would happy to grant you this deserved reward, but no. High Chief Almish of Yaroslav was requesting lower rank vassals should serve him rather than me directly. Who? This guy. You can have the vassal for a favor. Sure, go for it. You know, designate a regent. I want to go with someone with good marshal. With you. Wait, what? Yeah, because usurped. Oh, he grabbed this title over here. Unlanded Sons, Ornag Volkil. Trying to join me for a small gathering of friends to dine and drink. Yep, I'm gonna go carousing. We have a new heir. If your character dies, now we'll play as Ornag. And we have title loss and succession. Onyasar loves physical games and is developing a strong physique. Or she should do her own thing. Loses rowdy and becomes brawny. Sure, become brawny. Now, why are we going to lose titles on succession? Because everybody has different heirs. Okay, we need to get somebody to come out of here clearly. You're not great. He's not bad, but his... I could disinherit. There will almost certainly be repercussions. I would not want to disinherit him. I want to disinherit you, but I can't. Can I send you to be a mercenary? No. Okay. How old are you? You are 15. Okay, so you're going to come of age pretty soon. See what we can do with you. We need to get a clear heir for all of our titles. Alright, we're going to go carousing. The High Chief Labertum denounced me harshly, especially meeting in comma. While he did not turn against me as he might have liked, his words still struck home. What's your problem, man? Unsealed in the council, fired from council, desires the cognate of greater perm? No! No! At least not until I have an empire title. These days of revelry and escape. So many laughs, so many intense conversations. Okay, so we became friends with this guy. Alright, what does the military situation look like now that we are tribal? Let's see, how much is it going to take to create this? 134 gold. A military situation is... we have a maximum of 4,300 troops. Young Krovat has finished his education ways of war. It seems he has learned all the basic skills required. He's become a tough soldier. Man, we need to get that army built. What is my... what are you doing? You need to train troops. I'm curious, the Tengri priests are constantly pestering Chief Dukum and what he promises to do no matter how much money he bestows to the Tengri Church. I have some ideas for him. Alright, so... law changes. Let's take a look at what we can do here. We need to get tribal organization to maximum. We could also increase our domain size, but we need to increase our legalism. We can expand women in the council. Not a high priority at the moment. But working through tribal organization is. So let's go ahead and do that. It'll empower the council and implement the War Declaration Committee. Okay. We can go up to medium. They've got to vote on it. Everybody should vote for it. Because it empowers them. So, absolutely they're going to vote for it. Alright. We have an advisor. Who do we want to bring in as an advisor? He wants to be on the council, but he likes me a lot. I would prefer someone who's going to go my way when I decide to do things. These glory hounds have been getting on my nerves. A malcontent? No. A loyalist? A loyalist. She's growing older. I can see that Goulet could use some guidance in my experienced areas. No, I'm going to say she must learn on her own. Alright, any other law changes we can make? No. So now, I have been worried about Chancellor Ionescu's progress, or the lack thereof. None of my worst fears have been confirmed. As a consequence of Ionescu's carelessness, an accident has occurred and a large amount of resources and documentation was ruined. The big setback in its search for the rumored artifact. And we get a negative 30 opinion for 10 years because he's a useless moron. Can I get a new steward? Or what is he? Chancellor? He holds no titles. Recognizing virtues and talents that others possess is truly a virtue. I'm blessed by having a seer who is a devout teacher. Reward him, yes. You are the only guy who's better. my nephew. Oh, well, I guess we'll just keep him for now. You want some random person to marry my daughter? No. How's the military looking? It's starting to come up. Going to hold huge lands, many titles. He wants the High Chiefdom of Derbent. No. That's down here. I need to hold that, at least until we become feudal. The Mazdaki faith is triumphant. So the Mazdaki faith has supplanted Zoroastrian as the primary faith, and Zoroastrian has become a heresy. Okay. Building's chief Dukum was looking to reinforce, should be torn down and replaced with sturdier houses and watchtowers. But Chief Dukum was insistent something could be done about them. I told him my honest opinion. The materials from the old houses could be used to erect better buildings. Alright, let's go with that. I am pretty great after all. I should be more proud of myself. I gain, or I lose, humble. Okay. I didn't gain proud, I lost humble. It's going to be a little bit annoying if our vassals expand east. Someone was born to Ornag, Vokil, and Shamim bint Arif named Kotrag. Okay. Oh, speaking of, we need to deal with the succession. This son here. Can I make him a mercenary? Yes. Tell him to assemble a mercenary company. Do it. And that should get him prestige. And hopefully he'll then supplant everybody as the heir on all titles. Emperor of the Romans. Okay, so it looks like there's a new emperor in the Byzantine Empire. The vassal High Chief Cordil of Samoyed requested a low-ranked vassal should serve him. Who are you? Directly. Sure. You can have a vassal for a favor. Oh, my vassal limit's up to 31 now? Alright, 41 days until my truce with this guy goes away. You never cared for Chief Belamir. I don't have much nor he for you, but lately you're constantly filled with rumors of terrible things he's been saying about you. Is beyond the pale. Enough is enough. Alright, we become rivals. Alright, we gotta get that army up and running. Alright, what do I need to be able to do this? Konsavar cannot change another regular law in Cognate of Volga until 9th of January, 861. Okay, so we just need to wait some time, then we can get up to high. Worship the ancestors. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Prosperity and growth for my realm, I think we're going to ask for. I have a prisoner I can sacrifice. Yep, go for it. The offering struggled violently when the shaman and her disciples pushed it down on the offering stone. The ancestors will surely be pleased. This is a vigorous servant. Now all you can do is wait and hope. Alright, we caught some people in Flagrante. I don't care. Alright, we're up to 1,000 troops. Retinue. Is there anything I can do with retinue? He wants the High Chiefdom of Mari. Alright, he's inviting me to carouse. We'll go... Oh, excuse me. We'll go for that. High Chiefdom of Mari now. Let me just take a look at that. De jure Duchies, High Chiefdom of Mari. And you are there. Actually, yes. You can have that. Get that out of my list here. We have Bajarma. Why do I have Bajarma? This guy has Samoyed. He also has most of Bajarma. So I guess I can give him both. Because he de facto has them. Sword in my hand seems heavier and heavier every year. No, we're not gonna sacrifice. Let's see. Why are you still heir? You have negative 129 prestige. In the last few days, my son, Ornak, has not been able to keep any drink or food down. It seems as if he is suffering from food poisoning. Alright, call the court physician. Young Galea has finished her education in diplomacy as evidence she has excelled in her studies. Alright, good. Oh, we're now Gavelkind? And this is nomad succession. But the kingdom titles are Gavelkind. Well, that's a bit of an issue. Though they're both the same heir. And that means I need to get you, or change... No. See, he'll get both of them, right? Yeah, so it's just these that I need to switch over. So you need to get tons of prestige somehow. Alright, well, I'll have to look into how we're going to do that. Alright, but we're at the end of the episode here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.